Grand rising, my darlings. We're in the beginning. I'm looking for something. We are getting ready to get the day started, and I've gotten up. I've done the beginning of my rising rituals. I have done my body scan. I have given gratitude to my bed for the sleep, the beautiful slumber that I had, giving gratitude for the roof over my head. just grateful. Just grateful to have another day to begin to step in to my authentic nature. This hair is crazy. We're gonna do some pigtails today. So yeah, we have daily things that we do in our lives, no matter what our profession is, no matter, bro, that part is really straight. Look at that. No matter who you are, if you are human and you live in this world, ouch, there are things that you most likely do that have nothing to do with anything but you, right? You're going to get ready for the day. What does that look like for you? What does your rising routine look like? Your rising rituals is what I like to call it. And a thought actually crept in last night when I was getting ready to go to sleep. And yeah, because this shit is dirty. About, something to talk about today. And the thought was, how do you speak to yourself when you are trying to motivate you? How do you speak to yourself? Like, how do you speak to yourself when things go right or go the way that you intended, versus if they go differently? Like when you fail to do something, how do you speak to yourself? Because motivation is fleeting. And there's discipline. People talk about discipline, and I like to say to move out of devotion. Do we want high or low pigtails today? And or do we want them down here? Decisions. But how are you speaking to yourself in that process? Like, how? Because we're gonna do low pigtails. Those are easier to make even. Less work for me. Because I know some people, and I used to be one of these people, who try to motivate self by being like, being rude to themselves. Like, that's what you can learn in the sports world. That's what you can learn in the world, period. Again, for my fellow ex-athletes or current athletes, there's a better way. You don't have to punish yourself in order to motivate. Like, yeah, fear's great. It's a great motivator. But that's not the vibration I want to come from. I want to be motivated by love for myself and for my people and for the world. But the world doesn't teach you that love, or they teach you that love hurts. Love whatever, because we're afraid of the loss of love. And anytime you're suffering, what I've been learning is that that's your ego. Your ego is suffering. Your soul, your spirit is always at peace. So anytime we have this suffering, this pain, this hurt that lingers on, that is your ego. And yeah, it's like there's going to be cycles of that, but are we remaining in the suffering? Are we torturing ourselves? And because the way that I have switched from motivating myself is I speak to myself with kindness and compassion majority of the time. Because I have patterns that I'm still learning how to work with and to shift and change. So be kind to yourself. You've been speaking to yourself in a certain way that you learned from whoever was around you the most, whoever you respected or whoever had influence over you, or it didn't even have to be about like this hair is ready to be washed. It doesn't even have to be somebody you respected. It could just be somebody that if your parents were shit, then, and your dad was a scary person or your mom was a scary person, you kind of had to listen for the own safety of your survival. Let's see, are these even? And so that's what you learned to do because that's what kept you safe, right? That's what kept you safe. Okay. All right, little pigtails. I ain't mad at you. I'm gonna pull a little cutesy thing out here though. But how are you speaking to you? Because it really matters. The way that there's studies that have been done. I mean, have you seen the thing where they people are talking to these plants, right? And you speak to one plant with loving, kind affirmations, and you speak to the other with hate, with disdain, with... I actually saw a post the other day. It talked about the study they did on kids. I don't know if they actually did the study on kids, but it's the same concept that you speak to someone with love and uplifting, positive affirmations and statements, even if they mess up, like even if they make a mistake, you're still uplifting them and you can still move forward to correct that. But when you and that those people, those plants, that plant, it grew, it flourished. They both these plants had the same amount of water, same amount of sunlight, same amount of food. They were right next to each other. But whispers of love versus whispers of not love. The opposite. And the one that received the whispers that were not loving, that were criticizing, that were constantly poking at like, oh, you'll never be anything. That plant did not do well. No matter how much water it had, no matter if it had the right amount of water, the right amount of fertilizer, the right amount of food. The energy of the words that you use reverberates through your entire system. So, with that being said, how do you motivate you? I would love, take notice of the words that you are using in your head. Watch the loop. Oh, I gotta do this. I need to do that. I should do this. If I don't do this, then XYZ. But it's just the energy with which you're coming with. And when we celebrate, like, oh yeah, I cleaned today, but I still need to do this. You're going to get to that. You're done for today. Celebrate what you did. Go look at what else needs to be done later. You don't have to consistently be in the mode of what needs to continue, what still needs to happen for me to get to where I'm going. Bask in your celebration and where you are and the great thing that you just did for yourself, and vibe in that energy. Feel that energy. Where do you feel it in your body? Where do you feel it in your spirit? How does your voice change? How do your words change? Like, notice how you are in those moments of celebration. If you even know how to celebrate yourself. I didn't know how to celebrate myself for a really long time. I have an earth moon. It can be a little... can be a little stuffy, and again, it's the earth element, Capricorn especially, can be very much like, oh, but we have all these other things on the list that we need to get to. Smile, celebrate yourself and smile and just be like, oh, you know what? I did do a good job. I did a fantastic, a fabulous, a wonderful job. And ride that out. So that's what we're rising with today. We're going to see what else we got going. We have choir rehearsal today. May sit in on my friend's tiny desk audition tape. May sing backup, may not sure yet. We'll have to see how my energy's vibing later. Got some more systems to work on with my business today, and revamping my consultation call stuff, and just everything, really working on this community that I'm creating, working on some other things that I'm creating. But as a projector, I'm making sure that I have space into my day, and I'm not trying to cram so much in, because burnout is real. Burnout is real. The hustle culture is dead. Like, oh, the grind, the hustle. To me, that means that sleep when you die. That means you just go, go, go all the day, all the time. We're not meant to function like that. Even generators and mani-gens. Y'all are not, we're not meant to function and be on all the time. Take breaks. Water yourself. Water your spirit. Nurture yourself. Nurture your spirit. So we're going to finish the rest of this rising ritual. I'm about to go make some mushroom coffee. I'm about to go sit at my altar, do my morning journaling, my rising journaling, and do some divination and see how the energy for the day is going to look. And we're going to tap in with me and Spirit, God, Universe, the Most High. And we're going to get this day going, because I am just grateful to be alive. Just so grateful. I'm so grateful. And I think that's it. Let's get it. So now we're out here making the mushroom coffee blend. I use a Super 8 blend with reishi, lion's mane, chaga, cordyceps, turkey tail, shiitake, maitake, and tremella mushrooms. And I add a little extra lion's mane in there for extra focus and extra brain health and cognitive function. That first blend with the Super 8 is basically an all-around support, like a multivitamin. Because mushrooms are adaptogens. They help your body adapt to stress. And I really like adding them both together, just because, I mean, who doesn't want a little extra focus? Especially, I mention I don't drink caffeine. So this is my coffee. This is how I get my body ready to go and start moving in the morning. And, a little raw honey. We would love some local honey, but we ain't got that right now. So, and you're ready to go. Sip, sip. Make it a part of your morning routine, and it's just so delicious. Sir, that's not what we're doing right now. I said it's meditation time. Go get in position, and you brought me a toy. Take it and get take it and get out. Take it and get out. It's not time for that right now. Thank you. Thank you. Dog is wild. I mean, love him to pieces. Every time, though. Not every time. But a lot, y'all, that, you got dogs. Y'all got dogs. You sit down, or cats even. You sit down to do something, and here they come. They want to play. Not right now, sir. Because if I throw it once, you're going to keep coming back. And this is not the time. So, God love him. God bless him. Bliss him. Bliss him. Love that dog. And get it together. He's an Aquarius. So if you're an Aquarius, that's your people. That's your people. So we're going to start our meditation with the Open app. And if you want to try this for 30 days for free, I will put my link in the description. It is amazing. It has literally changed the way that I meditate. I started in January 2024 and I haven't stopped. So now that we're coming out of that meditation, what I've realized is that when we come out of the darkness, or dark night of the soul, you could relate that to in your spiritual awakening, is that we can often become overloaded with information about what we've gone through and who we think that we are and who we realize that we're actually not. And the way that I saw this was that, when I open my eyes coming out of that darkness, you want to reacclimate. You don't want to blind yourself all at once. So I gently bring my hands away from my face while looking around and letting the light start to come in from all sides. And then when it's more comfortable, I go ahead and let that out. And then here we are. Welcome back. Welcome back, friends, darlings, my loves. My loves, simplicity, the power of simplicity. Here comes. Can you hear it? Get out of here. Get out of here. The power of simplicity. Yeah, we often try to make things more complex than they need to be because we are constantly reaffirming that there's no success without struggle. It does not have to be hard. There is no requirement for your success to be difficult to achieve. You will be challenged. I say this all the time. You will absolutely be, there are going to be things that you're going to be challenged by. But just to say that it has to be hard, you have to work hard. Find your flow. Find what's in alignment with you. Enjoy the challenge, even. Like, there may be, what's your brain does not grow without adversity. So stretch your mind, stretch your body, stretch your spirit, stretch your devotion, stretch your discipline. Like, do you believe you can do it or not? Chapo, you believe you can do it or not? He always believes he can do it. That is the face of a tenacious monster. He's the cutest little monster I've ever seen. Tenacious D. Have y'all heard of Tenacious? Look, if you've never, one of the best songs ever, the greatest songs in the world, I believe is what it's called, by Tenacious D. Go watch it. Go listen to it. Maybe I'll link it somewhere. But the greatest song in the world. There's some other ones you should check out too. Jack Black. And I don't know who the second person is, but most people know who Jack Black is. So early Jack Black, great stuff. But it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be complex. Some things might be. Because again, I'm being mindful of my language. I was like, how did I say it before? Because that's where the real noticing comes in, because that's what they talked about, right? Is noticing. And I say that all the time. It's like, notice, like, be mindful, jot down, make a mental note of, oh, interesting, I did that thing. And then sink yourself into the awareness of where you are in that moment. It could be 2 seconds, it doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be lengthy. It doesn't have to be meditated for 30 minutes, Y'all know, what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, man? Look, go watch some Scarface. I love Scarface, but I don't even know if my personal sensitivity levels really, and energetic levels, want to watch a movie like with such violence and like, do I like action movies? Yeah. Hell yeah. Let's bring y'all down here. I like action movies for sure. But but some of the shits, I don't need to watch some of this shit. Like, I don't watch scary movies. Not a fan. Being scared is not entertainment to me. Fear is not entertainment for me. And I like to laugh, though. I love to laugh. Laughter to joy, bro. What are you putting in? And I'm not judging anyone. I have no judgment for you. Like what you like, but for me personally, in this body, this being, I am no thank you. I would like to laugh. I would like to feel love, compassion, a little, thriller and intensity, okay, but to watch a horror movie? Nah, dog. No, thank you. That's a no from me, dog. 0 out of 10. Wouldn't recommend. So, but really though, think about what you're ingesting and how much you are ingesting of it. Whether it's food, whether it's water, whether it's media, whether it's social media, videos, music, conversation, who you share your space with. Note these things. Like, really begin to notice how you feel in these spaces, in these places. I've been keeping to myself a lot lately, and I did not realize how much I needed the solitude. The fortress of solitude, right? I'm not Superman, though. That's not one of the roles that I assume. No. So anyway, notice where you're at, and I am getting ready to draw some cards. So that will be, and then what time is it? Oh, I have rehearsal here at about 3 o'clock. So it is 1:24 right now. And we're nearing the edge, the end, the completion of the rising ritual. Have we talked about what that is yet? So in the morning, in the rising, again, words are important. Morning, MOURN. There's all kinds of, stories around it. I don't know it's true, but I can, when you study, I'm going to go look up the etymology of that and pop it up here. Hold on. So one of the etymology sites that I use does not point to some of the things that I've heard about mourning with slave masters and good mourning because, we killed somebody, we hung somebody, whatever. I don't know. That could be very true. Anything is possible. And it's also very true that there's censorship in places. So the information I find in that space, I also didn't research very heavily. So I'm going to look more on that later. This is not the time nor the place for me to dive down a rabbit hole about that because we are completing the morning, see, look, habit. We've been saying that for how long? So be kind to yourself on the journey. But the rising ritual, we are completing the rising ritual. So this is not the time. Divert yourself from the things that are not. Remind yourself consistently, what it is that you are doing right now. Where are you at? Where are you going? This is why checklists are really helpful. I have a list. Like I have a note. I have been optimizing my phone to help me focus on what it is that I would like to focus on. So I have some widgets. I have, the way that my tech is set up is always evolving and being set up because, I was one of those people that, I didn't like to change stuff around for real. Fixed sign, I'm a Scorpio. But I'm also cardinal mutable with Capricorn and Virgo. And everything has a harmony to keep. So I feel like the shadow or the disharmony, the out of balance, the lower version, the lower self of all of those, the lower road, as Deborah Silverman says, the lower road of those three is very much, one is learning how to let go of control, one is learning how to start, and one is learning how to let go of things whenever they need to die, like when they're done, when they need to be released from your life. So think about, here, I want you to think about this. If you look at your big three, and I read tarot, right? Look at your big three in your astrology, your sun, your moon, and your rising. If you don't know how to find that, go to astro.com or astro-seek.com and create an account, do whatever it is that they tell you to do, and put your birthday, the time you were born, and the location you were born in there. Pull up your birth chart. Cool, great. So Your big three are your sun, your moon, and your rising. You will see a list of things on the side that will say sun, moon, rising. They may be abbreviated, they may be not, whatever. You're going to figure it out. I believe in you. You're very smart. And I'm going to list off, so each tarot card, each zodiac sign is associated with a tarot card, I believe, in some way, shape, and form. So we're going to go through which tarot cards are your big three. Are you ready? So we've got my tarot, my big three is Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo. So it is death, the devil, and the hermit. There's lots of lessons and there's necessities for all of these. The devil is not what you think. So don't none of y'all come up in here saying that, oh, you knew you was the devil. I knew it. No, fuck you. Like 333 on this video. Like, nah. So find the deeper meaning in everything. Aries is the emperor. Taurus is the Hierophant. Gemini is the lovers. Cancer is the Chariot. What's after Cancer? Leo is the sun, or strength. I'm sorry, not the sun. The sun is the sun. Strength. Virgo is the Hermit. Libra is justice. Scorpio is death. Sagittarius is this one I think Sagittarius is either Jupiter, or not Jupiter, is either Temperance or the Wheel of Fortune. I think it's Temperance. It's Temperance. I don't think I know. It's Temperance. The Wheel of Fortune is definitely Jupiter. Go check it. I'm gonna go check it. You know I'm gonna check it after I'm done. Solidify that in my brain. Sagittarius, so Temperance. Capricorn, the devil. Aquarius, the star. And Pisces, the moon. So maybe I'll list those out somewhere over here. So go look that up. Get to know these cards. These are major arcana cards in the tarot. Major arcana means major secrets. Arcana means secrets in Latin. So go look those up and maybe you'll find some interesting secrets about yourself along the way. The whole nature of reading the tarot, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes I say tarot, sometimes I say tarot. I think it depends on which part of me is speaking. But whatever it's about interpreting the signs that you see. Not everybody is good at that, right? Not to start, at least, and not with that medium. Tarot is not for everyone. It might be your thing and it might not be. Like I'm learning every day whenever I read cards. Every day. So, but look for the signs, the symbols, the things that resonate, the things that confuse you, the things that you're curious about. Look deeper within what you see on the surface and get to know the images and the symbols and the meanings and how to listen to your intuition whenever it's going to tell you something that may be different from what is documented in the source that you're using. So check that out. See how you vibe with that. Get to know those archetypes, because that's what they are. They're archetypes. Carl Jung, archetypes. Go get to know that stuff and see how those archetypes show up within you. How are they present in your day-to-day? How are they supportive? And how are they, what's the word? Like, how are they supportive and how can they impede you? Like, you know, how can they slow you down in a way that you do not like? You know, how can they block your path? How can they distract you in another direction? And really, really, again, back to noticing. Start noticing what is going on in your life. Report back. I definitely want to know. I would love to chat about it here. I mean, I'll give you a little brief message from mine. That death is about letting go. It is about being reborn. It is about transformation. It is about shifting from the seed to the flower. It is about shifting from the seed to the fruit, right? To the vegetable. to the reward, from the beginning to the end, from the what was can change, shift and change. Alchemy. It is a card of alchemy. The devil is about balance, temptation. Having, like, Capricorn is very headstrong, I would say. The devil is about finding the balance in that. There's creativity in there for me. But really just, the devil is Pan. Like, the devil is not what the world has painted the devil to be. The devil is about self-imposed limitations. It is about the shadow self. It is about subconscious limiting beliefs. Huh. Interesting that that's in my big three. Oh man, look, if you're around me, if you are consistently watching my videos, or you are around me in person and we converse, you are going to self-reflect. So if you are not in the business, if you are not in the market for changing your life, finding ways to change your life, getting in touch with yourself so that you can understand how you flow, so you can live as authentically as possible, like, you should probably leave now. You should probably leave now, because I say things with the utmost care, and also you're gonna learn some things about yourself. Okay. The card shows the devil with two naked people with chains around their necks, right? And the chains are loose. They can literally take the chains off at any time. Any time. Is this gonna stay here? Probably not. Anytime. You can take those chains off at any time. So it is about harmony within. And then we have the Hermit. God, we gonna need to talk about the devil for too long. Like, we just need to get them all fixed out here. Anyway, the Hermit, Virgo, is an old man in a cloak with a lantern walking alone. It seems so depressing. Death. Let's talk about death real quick. Death is a skeleton in a cloak riding a white horse, carrying a flag with a white flower on it. And there's people dead at his feet. There are people who are bowing, like, in reverence and fear. And then, the devil sitting on a throne with some type of staff. Two naked people with the chains. And then the Hermit, this old man in a cloak. There's cloaks on there twice. I'm more than what I appear to be, darling, and I'm going to show you that you are also more than you appear to be. So, more than you believe yourself to be sometimes. So, and you can't see his face, but he's walking. He's got the gray beard, which to me talks about wisdom, but he's just walking alone, hanging out in the middle of what looks like the middle of nowhere. It's dark. Sometimes there's snow. I think there's snow. But it's about going within. It is about intentional solitude. It is about learning and getting to know you, because nobody knows you like you know you, like, truthfully. People may observe you. They may have known you for years. They may know you, but there are things about you that nobody knows. And these are some of the things that help propel you into the journey. Oh, I need some chapstick, y'all. My lips are dry. But to propel you onto the journey that you were made for. I firmly believe that you were made for something specific. So let's figure out what it is. I'm figuring out what mine is. I mean, I'm kind of here, right? Let's figure out together, tap into you, because you have the answers. I have the answers too. I have answers. I don't know if I have the answers for everything, but I have answers. We're going to figure something out. Find somebody who know the answers. We're resourceful around here. So yeah, let's, tap into those archetypes. Anyway, like we went down a rabbit hole on a tangent. Tap into those archetypes and really just get to know them. Get to see how they show up in your life. And when you read about what those cards mean, most likely you're going to, or look up the archetype of the death card, or whatever it is. All right, let me get to this. Let me get to these things, because otherwise I'll sit here and talk to y'all all day. And there's more to the day than this. Love you. So then I went to choir rehearsal. We were getting ready for a grant proposal that we had to present for that, I think it was that week or the next week. And, I'm just here doing my product management duties, taking notes, making sure we had everything that we needed for the presentation, because we are a group that works together. Not just one person doing everything. Oh, look at that cute little dog. But yeah, we were getting ready for our thing. Now here's a song by us called Beautiful Dreamer. What is something that you did today, or what is something that you do, doesn't have to be today, that fills your spirit, that fills your soul, that fulfills you in a way that you just feel like you're beaming with joy and love and energy and warmth? It's cold out here, by the way, because rehearsal does that for me. Being a part of Xion Soundwaves, XION Soundwaves. Go check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Is one of those things for me. Like, my spirit is fed. We are creating something that is just so beautiful and needed for humanity. And I'm so grateful to have been called to be a part of this. I love singing, period. And no matter if it's genre music or karaoke. I love me some karaoke. So if you're trying to go sing some karaoke and you in the Kansas City area, let me know, because we could schedule a day and go. I'll bring my laptop up in there and I will work, or bring my iPad or some, I'll pull it up. We creating everywhere that we go. So yeah, what is something that really fulfills your spirit? And what does that even feel like to you? Because for me, I just leave with this overwhelming sense of, again, like I said, love and gratitude and warmth and tingling in my body, just fullness, like I'm radiating like the sun. What's that feel like for you? All right, darlings, so we have reached home after the end of the day. Helped my friend with her tiny desk performance. Was actually going to sing backup, but I needed to actually be the recording person. So, I'm multi-talented. I'm multifaceted. I'm very versatile. So, jack of all trades. They say master of none, but is always better than a master of one. They don't tell you the rest of the quote. So, I had a great day. I had a wonderful day. And I'm just grateful for the people in my life. I'm grateful for my soul family. My soul got fed. And then I went to take my dogs out. My poor big dog, he is terrified of fireworks. And the Chiefs won tonight. And so I'm not, people have been popping off fireworks. And he refused to go outside. I'm like, oh, my poor baby, but we got to get him out. So we're going to go try to do that. We're going to journal and reflect on today, and just had some signs and synchronicities come up today, I believe. We'll see. We'll see how it marinates. But yeah, just really documenting those wins today. So I feel like a win for me today was just being able to move in my flow and my energy. And I didn't feel bad about, I didn't get on the sound bed today or yesterday, but I don't feel guilty about it. Will my body be thankful tomorrow when I get on the bed? Absolutely. And I noticed like today I was back on my meditation and my divination and my journaling. So we're going to hit the evening, the resting ritual, hit that, wind down a little bit, and get up in this bed, because I think I'm going to fast tomorrow. Generally, I fast on Sundays now, Sunday evening. Like, my last meal will be Sunday night, and then I won't eat again until Tuesday. So I'm shooting for one day. I may do a 2 or 3 day one this week, though. I think it might be time to really clear that out, because I've been really, really focused on what I've been building. I've got some decisions to make around some business investments for myself by the 30th. So we're going to see how my emotional authority in human design works, because for those of you with an emotional authority, you get clarity over time. And if you're still excited about something, like, it's time to say yes, even if you're afraid. If you're afraid and excited, you're on the right path. And this is actually, I'm going to run some numbers, but it really just makes sense, I think, at this point. So logical sense, and still excited about it. It's something I've kind of asked for. So yeah, just really following the vibes, following the energy, and trusting myself along the way. That's all really we need to do, right? Is trust ourselves in which decisions we're making. And I read something today too that was like, healing is not adding anything else. It's actually taking things away. It's releasing what doesn't belong to you, so that it's not about becoming anything, because you already are. You already are all of these things, and that you wish that you were, that, whatever, because the way that I believe, and I know a lot of other people say this as well, you wouldn't desire it for, over time. You wouldn't, if it wasn't really for you. Now there's fine lines between this, because sometimes you want some things that aren't actually yours, but wanting is coming from a place of lack, where desire is a different type of energy and space and place. I'm not going to bust down the etymology of the word right now, but it's different energy. Let's just say that. So something that's been put on your heart is different than something you just want outside of you. So, and I really feel like the desire can come from creating something beautiful. So it's like, yeah, there's just this thing that's been put on my heart And I'm really passionate about not only helping myself, but being who I needed, the guidance that I would have liked to have, and also trusting myself along the way. So trusting myself along the way is huge. And you have everything you need inside of you. Sometimes it's just getting other things out the way so you can actually see it clearly and trust that it is exactly what you see, feel, and hear in your mind's eye, in your physical sense. The signs are everywhere. So, my darling, I love you. Thank you for tuning in with me again today. And here's to more. Like, again, if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, I have free consultations, complimentary insight sessions for now. I feel like they're going to be like between, $10 soon just to get y'all to put something down, invest in yourselves, right? I don't know when that's going to be, but, I help people align with their authenticity, with how to take care of themselves for real, mind, body, spirit, with noticing those thoughts that are running through your head, getting really familiar with you. Sometimes we think we know us, and what we know is a projection that has been put upon us that we are now projecting outwardly and onto ourselves. So it's time to remove the projection. As a projector in human design, I like to say I read through the projections a lot. So it's getting to know you, getting to know yourself so that you can move as an authority in your own life. And there's a lot of other things that come with it. Astrology, human design, tarot, oracle card readings, whatever if you're local, we got the sound bed for the body part of it, for the somatics, of helping expand your capacity for emotional processing and nervous system stuff, which is really about like when you be flipping, if you ever flipped out on somebody because you reacted, because your fuse was short. Oh, my nerves are bad, is what some people will say, right? Your nerves are bad or short because your nervous system is dysregulated and has most likely been in fight or flight for so long that any little thing might set you off. You're not really an angry person. Nobody is inherently an angry person. There's a reason that people identify as an angry person, and it's time to change those identities, change those beliefs in who you are, because I promise you, there's a lot of brilliant things within you that maybe you don't even see for yourself, but we're going to find them out. So I love you. I will see y'all again on the next video. Mwah.